We were on there and then we went dark.
Rick, you can give this back to me. These are three people. Thanks for this.
Back down.
Yes, there is. Neil's grandma. Yeah.
I don't know,
She's
I don't know about those people.
She's left on resident.
Messed it up.
Okay,
And Josephine is.
when we start this, we know a lot of people in the city that have died. We didn't give them a moment of silence.
Well, at least those.
You're just giving me some recent dead people. I hope that ain't live streamed.
I hope it's not right now.
It's 7 o'clock. Let's call the meeting to order, okay? Mayor won't be here tonight, so let's all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would ask to do a moment of silence. Three folks, I'm gonna start out with the young man that passed away, Rodrigo Montez. Another one is Mrs. Phyllis Anderson, lifelong Lake Station residents, and Josephine Azar. I know the Anderson and Montez, I'm not sure I know Azar, but we'll do a moment of silence for all three of those individuals, okay? All right, thank you. Roll call, please.
Member Williams? Here. Member Sanders? Here. Member Luna?
Here.
Member Casille?
Here.
Member Pedrosa?
Here.
Member Long?
Here. Do I have a motion for approval of the minutes from March 12th, 2026?
Motion to approve. I second that.
Mr.
motion.
Mr. Luna, Councilman Luna, second by Councilwoman Erica
Steele.
Castillo.
Got it?
Roll call, please.
Member Williams?
Aye.
Member Sanders? Aye. Member Luna?
Aye.
Member Long?
Aye.
Member Casille?
Aye.
Member Pedrosa?
All right.
Before we go any further, I want to say that Councilwoman Krebs is excused tonight. She had a death in the family, so let's pray for her and her family. We'll move on to unfinished business. Item A is ordinance 2026-06. It's amending our ordinance 1995-20. Our planning commission was established as a 9-member board. Our reading is to reduce it to 7.
Mr. President,
Yes,
what you're gonna do remonstrances on that?
I could. You want to make me say that?
Sure.
Petitions going once? Fred, you got anything? Eric, you got anything? Petitions going twice, 3 times? Remonstrances once? Twice? 3 times? Public statements? Any of the 3 of you jokers got anything?
These chiefs over there too, he might.
1, 2, 3. All right, back to ordinance 2026-06. Amending ordinance 95-20, Planning Commission, second reading. We have a motion.
I motion to approve ordinance 2026-0-06, amending ordinance 95-20, planning commission, second reading by title only.
Second.
Second by Councilman Pedrosa. All right. Any questions or discussion on that? I think I covered it. Roll call, please.
Member Williams?
Aye.
Member Sanders? Aye. Member Luna?
Aye.
Member Long?
Aye.
Member Casille?
Aye.
Member Pedrosa?
Thank you. We don't have any new business. Eric, you were gonna read it, Brenda?
2026-06. We just always did. I don't
Yeah,
know.
go right ahead. I'm not in a hurry.
Amending ordinance 95-20, planning commission, second reading.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted by the new video streaming screen up here. It's like tiny. I can't see it, but anyway.
Are you waving?
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. We'll move on to item 7. It's new business. We have none. We'll move on to council comments. I'll start with Mr. Pedrosa, Councilman Pedrosa.
I won't take that long. I do want to commend Councilman Luna for saying remonstrances.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
said it perfectly, Carlos. I just wanted to let you know. Good job. Thank those people come out. I do want to say to the police department, to the fire department, I know it was very hard, and very tough. I want to commend you guys for the
Yep.
extraordinary work you guys did with Mr. Montez.
Thanks.
And with that, that's all I have.
Councilwoman Castillo.
Hi. I also want to tell everybody that there was a fire in New Chicago where LS Fire Department assisted with the mutual aid, helping out over there, which I know that they needed that help. Thank you for all that you do. Definitely thank you to all of the responders from everywhere, our police department especially, for helping out in the search for Rodrigo Montez and helping out and coming together, all the city employees as well that were helping with the area and everybody that helped that family. That's so important. There was a fire in Lake Station and our fire department found many dogs in a home. Estimated over 40 dogs. I'm not sure the exact amount, but that is too many dogs to have in the city of Lake Station. We're supposed to be registering our animals here at City Hall at the clerk treasurer's office. And I'm not sure the amount because we increased it, but I'm sure it's less than 5 for animals in your home. And you need to come and register your animals. It's also so that the fire department knows how many might be in the home to save. And that's a lot of work that they did, and I'm glad that those animals are safe. We do have a lot of stray cats, especially in my district. And I want to work with the Feline Network to get them spayed and make sure that they're healthy. Because in that area around, I don't know if it's Arizona, but there was at least 20 stray cats, and that's a problem. They need to be spayed, otherwise we're gonna have many, many more cats around. I also would like to get together and pick up tires and any garbage that was left in that area. We had a lot of people over there searching, and there's garbage left in people's lawns. Not on purpose, I'm sure, but it'd be nice to go over there and do a cleanup, get a truck, and we can pick up the tires and things that we can recycle. We do have the, what is it, the city cleanup day or the dumpster day coming up?
I don't know the date, but
So what date is that?
18th.
The 18th?
April 25th,
Oh, the 25th now. Okay.
dumpster day.
And people are allowed to go there with their Lake Station IDs, and bring in how much? Or is each person allowed to bring in with their ID? Is it a truckload, Adrian? Yeah, okay, 1 truckload. Okay, I wanted to make sure people know that that's available so that they're not dumping or don't have to pay for special pickups. Also, I'm really excited to see all the flowers around here. So with that, I guess I will pass on, and thank you for coming out.
I'll move on to Councilwoman Williams.
Thank you everyone for coming out. Don't really have much tonight. Have a good night.
Rebecca Sanders, Councilwoman Rebecca.
I would just like to thank everyone for coming out. I would like to thank the police and all the other first responder departments that helped in the search for Rodrigo Montez. I know it's really hard when we have somebody so young that passes away, and it was really great to see the community and everybody come together and support the family in their time of need. Thank you. That's all I have.
Councilman Luna.
Hi, Adrian, a question for you, sir. When are they gonna open the window sewer department? People have been calling me about that.
I'm not sure, we'll have discussions about it.
Okay, cause I know we made a agreement originally after. Last couple of years ago, how to open it. With the mayor, we had an agreement, and I understand with the flood and all that. But we've been getting calls about it, and I know people have been coming in, not realize it's not open yet. So if you could get back to Rick or one of us, let us know.
Okay.
So I could give them an answer. Same thing on everything else, Richardson, that did a great job for young man. you know, everybody was hoping for the best. But at least they found them. I know there's people complaining that elected officials weren't out there, and look, I'm sorry that some of us didn't go or couldn't get there or whatever, but these guys are professionals. And the last person you want walking through weeds and that trying to find a young man, you probably have to be looking for me after, you know. So, but everybody's got condolences for the family, and a lot of us went there and gave our condolences. About it, I mean, it's a sad thing, so I don't want to get too deep into it, mainly if you have kids, so. Other than that, thanks for the big crowd coming out.
I'm gonna ask our attorney if she has anything she'd like to add to our meeting.
Nothing to add today. Thank
You
you.
have nothing to add.
Mr.
Okay,
Chairman.
well, I will, I can, nothing.
At this time.
Ms. Castillo, go back to you.
Today also, they had the street sweeper out on Marion and they were doing a great job. It's just a lot of people on Marion Street do not have driveways and did not move their cars. So hopefully they'll be able to move their cars so the rest of the street can get cleaned. I don't know if we gave notice to those areas to be moving their cars or park them in their driveways. But I want to say thank you to Dwayne for cleaning up the streets, and it's very appreciated to see that out there on the streets. So thank you for that.
That's all. On to Councilman Long. The dogs in the home on Minnesota Street. You're right. There's an ordinance book. It's about 500 pages. And I've been involved in passing many of those. And there's so many in there that we don't enforce. The registration of the landlords, the dog registration, there's so many things that we don't pass. And I have newer councilmen saying, you know, we need to do an ordinance for this or that. And I'm like, okay, we'll do it. But we have nothing to do with the enforcement. And it's sad. The police do what they can to stop crime. The firemen do what they can to put fires out and search and rescue and so on and so forth. I was going to try not to say anything about this, but I feel like I just need to. We signed a contract and renewed that contract with the animal control, the Humane Society in Miller. And we pay $2,200 a month. Court treasurer told me we got a bill from them for 3 months. We took 4 dogs to that place. $6,600. $6,600. And our animal control officer attempted to take some dogs over there from Minnesota Street, the 40 that they had. I don't know, maybe Adrian or Jimmy can enlighten us on what they did with the dogs. I don't know that we took them back over there, but to spend that kind of money and be told that you can only bring 10, and then we didn't take the 10. But in January, we took 4, February 0, March 0, and they sent us a bill for $6,600. A question was asked, and the mayor's told Brenda, just do your job and pay the bill. She's a resident of our city, a tax-paying resident, number one, and she pays taxes to pay those bills. And she has every right to ask about that. I'm asking about it. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of for us to spend that kind of money. I understand there was some bad blood between Hobart with the road ranger incident that happened a few years ago. And that's water under the bridge to me. That was a long time ago. I think at that time we could take animals to the Humane Society in Hobart to an extent. I think the Board of Works and the mayor really need to revisit that. And for me to see a copy of that bill, it just blew my mind. I thought it was a misprint for that kind of money. It's one thing I wanted to say tonight. I was going to ask that under council comments because it can't go unquestioned. I don't think I'm doing my job as a councilman to allow something like that to just continue to go on and us not ask questions about what are you going to do to rectify that? If that place cannot accept animals, what are we paying them for? If we're paying on a per dog and they take 4 dogs and they're charging us $2,200 for 4 dogs, I think need to revisit Hobart Humane Society. And just my opinion. I know I'm not the mayor. And the mayor may say to you, which he probably will, but he has a right to do that. It's up to him, but it's up to me to ask questions and ask what can be done to make that contract better for the residents of Lake Station. I don't care about the dogs that, that lady or person, they had a fire. I feel for those people that were on Minnesota, my district. But those 40 dogs that she had, I don't know if she was cited for having all those dogs and so on, but it's 3 domestic animals in the code book. 3 dogs. You can have 3 dogs, but they're supposed to be registered. But there's just a lot of stuff like that. If you read through your city code book, you read a lot of stuff in there. And I actually have a building code book as well. It's just so much of it isn't pressed. We're not pressing and asking people to stay, like the junkyards that have been developed on the west end of town. Everything I've talked to the city, the mayor, the attorney, the police, the codes, the building, they all just, they don't care. The residents on the west end don't feel like they're getting any representation at City Hall, and they're upset with me. And Jimmy and Adrian, they're here tonight. Their Chief Jimmy, he can tell you, I've been on their ass for a long time. The guy was going to get rid of the dirt, never did. He's added dirt. He put up a fence. The wind blew it down. Got all kinds of vehicles over there that aren't plated. That's another violation of our city code. Your vehicles on your property is supposed to be plated. No house numbers on the house. We just don't follow any ordinance or enforce them. And it needs to be done. If we don't have the personnel to do it, we need to hire some help to get it done. That's the simplest thing I could say. I mean, I wish everything was perfect, but I don't think anything's perfect in any city, and I don't expect us to be perfect. But we've got across from Raw Auto, that's turned into a scrap yard, junk yard. I see tow trucks from Illinois dragging junks in there, dumping them off. It can go on Dione, people's back porch and look at all that stuff in there, and they're sick of it. They're moving. They're mad at me, and I can't enforce. It's supposed to be for auto and truck repair, and it's nothing more than a junkyard. The guy on Revere Court, same thing. It's just terrible that we just allow this to go on. There's laws that have to be followed by these people. One other incident that I think we need to address really is, all of our city has got more rental properties now than it ever did. And rental properties, if you have rental homes, it's a side business. They should be licensed as a business. I have a neighbor he's using a garage on a rental property to use for spare refrigerators and parts and lumber and doors. And they're in there at 7 in the morning, 8 o'clock at night with the truck running, loud muffler. It's not a business. They're not zoned for business there, but they're just there all the time. It's something that I thought we should talk about. You guys give me your thoughts on it before we ask Charlotte to proceed on something like that. I don't know if state statute will allow it. I know when we were trying to get rental properties registered within the city, we wanted to charge $20 per property, and we were told by the state, no, 5 is all you can do. But I haven't asked for a list yet of the registered. This year I haven't asked for a list, but they're supposed to be done on an annual basis.
We have lists in our office.
You have lists. I said I haven't asked for one this year, but I think we would all agree that that's on safety. If we know who owns the property, and the renters, the code enforcement's talking, or the police are talking about just, the renters carrying on, we need to reach out to the owner, the person that pays the taxes, and have them straighten up their tenants. They're ultimately responsible. Our city is not what it once was, and I don't know that every city is. But I feel like we've just allowed people to get away with things too much in recent years. And the cleanup, the city cleanup is April 18th, where we'll meet here at City Hall and go out and pick up trash and so on and so forth. That's something that the fight group, our hero Rose, she heads that up and they do a good job with a very few people. But the dumpster day isn't that same day. That's the 25th. I think when we first started that, we did those on the same day. And so we could be cleaning up and then go ahead and take it up there, but they don't want them on the same day, I guess. So we don't pick the days that happens, but I wanted to ask, and I'll ask Adrian if he may know, or Jimmy, Chief, that have we put cameras on utility poles on Liverpool Road, 3400 block of Liverpool? I didn't think we could by law. I mean, NIPSCO probably wouldn't allow that. I see a couple. Next time you drive the,
You talking about LPR cameras, or are you talking about regular cameras?
any kind of camera.
We do have cameras across the city, yes.
So that probably is city camera.
No, it's not a city camera.
No.
It's those cameras that do the license plates and things like that, right?
Well, that's great.
It's law enforcement only cameras, yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what he means. It's not city.
Well,
Yeah, it's not, we're watching videos, no.
no, but they take pictures of license going up and down Liverpool there in the 3400 block. I just noticed it. The reason I noticed it because I was over there talking with a resident who was ready to beat me up about the junkyard that's forming there across from the old Liverpool Hardware. And we looked up and he goes, "What's that?" And I said, "I'm not sure. I probably should have known, but I'm sure you've mentioned that in meetings before, but if that's what they are, great. I'm all for it." But I saw that and I wasn't sure if that guy might have put something up on a utility pole. I wouldn't think that would be allowed. So,
Mr. President.
yes,
Say one more thing.
yes, you can, Mr. Luna.
Chief, on the auto place behind Walgreens, you know how he's got all the FedEx trucks? Somebody brought my attention, I drove by and seen it. He's got so many now, he's lining them along the whole railroad tracks all the way to 51
Ooh,
from the backside. Is he allowed to do that?
That'd be on, if the railroad has an issue with it, they'll have to be the one to address it.
But the city couldn't address it being
Because
that,
it's federal, that's federal property.
okay. Because I didn't know if being that, I don't know, I gotta look up the ordinance. on
Yeah,
how many they could have.
we as a city can't encroach on federal property to enforce any laws on railroad property. So he's been on both sides. Like you technically legally, you're supposed to be able to walk on
no,
that property. I mean, you could
Yeah.
actually be arrested for trespassing on.
I just wonder, well, I gotta look up the ordinance, like what to say, how many can he have there? 'Cause
Yeah,
he's got so many.
it has a limit on being on that property.
Okay, I'll look it up then. All right. I'm sorry, that's it.
Go ahead,
on every
Councilwoman Castillo.
railroad crossing, there should be a phone number and you can call and report that. And the railroad will come out. They will not let somebody park on their area. That is.
He ran out of place to put all of them. There's so many, so they're lined up from the back of the shop all the way to 51.
As soon as we inform the railroad, they'll make them move them. 100%, the
I
railroad
don't
has
think
their
it's on the
own,
Easement though.
No, he might be a little bit away towards
I
like
don't
that.
think he's on railroad property.
but they'll let you know immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the quickest way. If there's a phone number, there should be a blue sign on any crossing where like if a train was blocking it, that you can call and it has a crossing
I don't
number
think
on
they're
it.
close enough where the train would hit them, but they got enough where a car could go on that gravel road along the
Yeah,
building.
that's, yeah.
But he ran out of room to put them all, even though he owns that grass. So they're lined up plus in his parking lot.
Hey, do me a favor. Please don't say anything about all those FedEx trucks. Because if you say something to him, he's just gonna dump them on the west end. And I got enough FedEx junk parked on the west
I've
end.
seen a whole bunch starting over
We
there.
had some guy across from Dave's Auto filled that entire lot up with FedEx junk. It's up on blocks and not plated and so on. Just another example of, us not enforcing our city code. We do have a court code, Jimmy. It's, Chief, I'm sorry. We do have a city code. We don't allow open storage. You can't just turn a piece of property you own into open storage just to store 100 pieces of equipment or 100 cars or, I remember my first term on the council, Kevin was from Wapco, was wanting to start bringing cars in there, you know. And he jumped through hoops to allow that, and he's got an 8-foot privacy fence. Anymore, we don't need it. I mean, if they're intending to repair those, it's another ordinance we need to talk about. Carlos was the president, and we talked a couple times. It's about if these auto repair shops, if there's no active license plate on the vehicle, people shouldn't be able to just store a vehicle with no plates on it in a repair place and it sit there for a year.
But we can't enforce that, Rick.
We can enforce, you have to have a vehicle plated to store it on your property, don't you?
If it's a repair shop, we cannot go in and enforce that.
We can only enforce what the ordinance says of how many vehicles they could have there, right?
That's about, if they have a limit to it. then
With open storage, yeah, they don't allow it. Well, we do, but we're not supposed to.
Mr. Long?
Yes.
I can't legally walk on somebody's property either and just go around and check their license plate in the back of their car. If it's not in plain view, I can't go do that.
Yeah,
I'm encroaching on their property.
yeah. You got binoculars? If you don't, I'll let you borrow mine. Because I could show you 1,000 vehicles in this city with no plates on them. They've been sitting for months and months. Not wanting to get the city sued. I don't want that. I mean, I want to obviously be within the law, but people are bringing junk that they're cited for in other communities, and they're bringing it over here as the dumping grounds. I've talked to people, and they've come from other communities and dumped their junk here, and it needs to stop. Yes, Erica, you have something?
Two things.
Yes.
One thing is that Kim Kincaid, who lives on, I think it's Elkhart Street, the renter that lives directly across the street from her, I would like to know if there's a renter there. She's been complaining about how ugly it looks. And then I know for a fact that I'm about to reach out about all the tires behind the garage that I can see from my back door. I'm not okay with that, obviously, but I do want to address that address and find out if there is a renter listed on that Elkhart Street, which would be a 2800. And the second thing is,
All the officers, some get to see address, we can look it up.
okay, awesome. And the second thing is making sure that we look at the ordinance about when we do put out signs here in Lake Station and when they're supposed to be picked up. There are a lot of signs out now because it's election time, but we need to send the ordinances to those elected or people running for election so they know to pick up their signs at the right time, because it will look like garbage and I don't want our city to look like garbage. So, and making sure that they, abide by that, because a lot of times they don't and leave them up way longer than they should.
I did have one thing.
Yes, Brenda.
I
Clerk Treasurer Samuels?
The animal thing, but I will state that I did not question the bill, actually. I
Mhm.
said in my mind, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But it was per our agreement that says no matter how many animals we had, like you said, it was 400, but the day before I was told that they picked up 47 animals and they took them over there and the lady would only take 10. And then the next day I seen the bill. And I go, wait a minute, if they took 10, why aren't they there? Well, we didn't take them because she wouldn't take them all. I go, where'd you take them? And I was not told. So I am the troublemaker. Everybody's getting mad at me because I do it,
I'm not mad at you.
but no resident can take an animal there, only animal control. So that's why you're getting more animals. And we no longer have the spay neuter release, which we did have.
No.
Someone caught an animal, took it in, they release and fixed them for free within our agreement.
Well, where did the animals go?
We don't know.
None.
I don't know. I haven't been told. And I just shut up because I
None
don't
yet.
wanna get in the middle of
You know
it.
what that means? None yet.
But it is important because we have a lot of stray animals here
We do.
already. And so the Feeling Network, they're having something, I think this Saturday at the Moose Lodge to raise money. But we do need that catch, spay, and then release if you want to release or whatever, let somebody adopt it, but that's a serious
Well, that's
issue.
what keeps your colonies down. If they keep getting fixed, they can't multiply.
Yeah,
Because
But
you get rid of one, another takes its place.
It's
So-
just difficult to do without enforcement.
well,
The
like I
issue
said, there was
we got-
20 in the district.
That's the issue we have, is people are dumping their dogs. We did Hoover bring dogs over here and dumping them over here.
Yeah.
Because Hoover won't take them, and we go to take them over there, we have the same issue, and if they're blocked, we keep them at the PD. We have cages, kennels, everything for those dogs.
That's a shame.
They open up, we take the dogs over there. I know there's been more than 4 dogs taken over there. I know that for a fact.
They didn't bill us, so don't say nothing.
So it ain't a billing of it. They did a contract with us to take care of these animals. It's not on a how many dogs.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I said. I did not argue the bill. I only questioned it because she told me she took 10 and it wasn't on it.
No, that's how many we took at that time. So we've taken other dogs there and she's actually come out and helped us and took them out there and took them with us. So it's not that there's not enforcement being done on that or that we're getting delayed. But if they're not getting paid, they're not gonna take dogs.
We have not held up any payment from them at all.
Okay,
That what? We haven't?
we have not.
We have not
Actually,
paid your contract yet?
No, we
they
have.
changed it at the beginning of the year to quarterly.
Okay,
Okay, quarterly ended the 31st.
okay.
It's actually, we already printed the check for Tuesday, but the Board of Works got canceled until tomorrow. So we can't release the check until tomorrow, but we have it. We were gonna tell Dina, here it is, pick it up and take it. We have not,
I say anything that-
we've not delayed any payment at all. Not this year at all.
Well, that's good to know.
Mr. Chief,
Chief, how would anyone know to call the police chief about a dog? I wouldn't think that would be your
It's not my
responsibility. I
responsibility.
didn't think it was,
But I
but
get involved on every time that this stuff comes out.
Yeah.
I'm always called. And I'm always stepping in to help out.
yeah.
There's
Well, I
dogs,
appreciate that part,
if
but
there's dogs that are out there that we will do what we have to take care of them, to get them to where they need to be. I mean, we get emancipated dogs that are so bad you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You know, it's sickening.
Yeah.
And people don't realize it. We go into houses that renters leave and they just leave the dogs.
leave the animal behind.
So then I gotta go get a warrant to get to the house to get these dogs out. It's not simple on the
Yeah.
process that we deal with. And Hobart, God forbid we ever go back to that place. Because none of you had your lives threatened like I did because of that house, because of that Hobart Animal Clinic. And shame on that lady for what she did.
I remember the PETA phone calls. I do remember.
I want us to have a place to take animals and not be turned away that we're paying for. If we're not paying them and they're not billing us on a per dog basis, if we take 5 dogs over there and they say no, don't send us a bill because you haven't done anything. Because you said no. But to have a contract where they get paid regardless, that seems a little like a contract.
That's what the agreement is.
That's not the issue that's happening.
Right.
Okay? She's not refusing dogs. If they're just full, we hold them a day. They get an opening, we take the dog in. So it's not like that she's not taking dogs from us.
Well,
So, and I know that because the dogs are stored, we house them overnight. We have kennels, they're heated, air conditioned, the whole 9 yards. And we do that just so we can take them over.
all I'm saying is
After that.
the people in that department need to say that because I'm not the only one they told that to, that they got refused.
Right.
I only repeated what I was told. I said,
Who said that?
Dina,
Who told you
I
that?
don't like throwing her under the bus, but she told me that they refused to take the animals from them. First, she said 10. And then I go, well, then why isn't it on the bill? I was just curious. And she goes, no, we didn't take them because they didn't want, we didn't want to just leave them with 10. So we didn't take any. I go, what'd you do with them? She said, I don't know. My hands were
She
taken off
wasn't
of it.
here.
But she's the one that
It
told
was
me.
taken care of. I know that because of Potsy and us.
Exactly. And I know that too, exactly. But she told me that. I'm not trying to get no one in trouble. She just told me that they got.
I didn't think about nobody getting in trouble. I just want to know the facts are facts.
Exactly. I was told that.
So the dogs, if they get refused, the dogs are not just kicked back and we just refuse and cut dogs loose back in the city. That's not what happens. We take those animals and we take care of them to make sure that they're well taken care of.
Oh, I know you guys do. And I appreciate that because we do need that. I'm just telling you, I was told that. I don't repeat things and make it up. I just asked because it wasn't on the bill and she said, well, they didn't take them. They refused them. I was told that outright from
Yeah,
them.
if we're not being billed on a per dog basis, I don't know why they put any dog on there, 4, 2, 10, whatever. Don't bother putting the number of dogs on there because it doesn't matter.
It's just like record keeping. It
Yeah,
really
okay.
should. There's nothing wrong. And they followed that. They did it. They had 4 dogs. They gave me 4 tickets. They gave me an invoice for all 3 months. I had no problem. It was already in the Board of Works when
Yeah.
the issue came up. And I go, why aren't 10 on there?
Well,
She told me that outright. So I know you guys do take them because I've already heard that. And I appreciate it.
yeah,
And
you guys are being, yeah, Adrian,
that.
Mr. Chief of Staff, Vera.
yes, I'd like to just throw it
Oh,
out
now
there.
everybody.
This is the same exact contract that we've had that we have with the Hobart Humane Society for as long as even when Chris Anderson was mayor in 2016, this is the same exact contract we had with them. It was the same price per month. It didn't matter how many dogs we brought in. Some months was busier than others, especially in the summertime. Some months they were receiving 20 dogs in that month, 30 dogs in that month. Other months it was only 4, 5, 6. So it fluctuates. But this has been the same contract we've been using here.
But a different company.
Just a different company.
Right.
And the Hobart Humane Society does not want to work with us anymore.
Pardon me?
They do not want to
Hobart
work with
does
us
not
anymore.
They don't want to work with the fake station.
The Hobart Humane Society does not.
Okay.
And the 40
Well-
dogs, Rick, when I questioned that myself, there was 0 complaints in that neighborhood about them dogs.
So nobody knew about it.
Nobody knew about it. And they were small dogs.
Yeah, they were.
Like they really all fit in the backseat of a, of
I
half
saw.
of the
on
backseat of a
Facebook.
car.
I saw, I thought it was, I
Chihuahuas?
thought it was AI. I thought it was
Yes.
AI. I was like, is that the same dog?
And it wasn't like you had 40 pit bulls running around. It was 40 dogs and there was not one neighbor complained.
I never heard about it.
No, they didn't.
I get a lot of complaints on the west end that may not get to you, Jim, Chief. Because I don't trouble you with every single complaint I get because some of them are just like repeated complainers like me. But when it goes over and over and over and over and over on things, I think that the city has the capability to correct or rectify. Those kind of calls that come to me, I try to say, hey, I'll mention it. You know, is all I can do. They think that council has some authority over the mayor and the police chief and, you know, fire chief. We don't have any authority.
You call me, I'm going to that house to check it out.
So what happened to the dogs?
That's good.
I don't know what took place with the 40 dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That was dealing with the drowning, so I.
I can answer that question. They had some family or something down in Anderson, Indiana. And they went, took the dogs and
They went on a vacation, huh? Great.
they.
Next time we get a bunch of dogs, let's send them to Anderson.
They were issued about 151 tickets.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I would like to ask Adrian something.
Yeah.
Mr.
Adrian, Ms.
Chairman,
Castillo has a question for you.
could you put out a one call to let our residents know that they need to register their animals and they're only supposed to have 3 domestic animals in their home?
Well, it's
You know-
no, that's not just 3.
I
It's
thought
not
you just said
3
3
animals. No.
It's 3 dogs.
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 You can have a cat, you can have a bird, you can have a guinea pig.
Up to 5 animals.
Yeah, up to 5, yeah.
Well,
3 dogs.
worded
Yeah.
properly, because we do have a lot of new residents and maybe they don't
We sure
know.
do.
We also do not have a fine for registering after March 1st, like New Chicago. So if we could get people to come in and register their animals would be great. New Chicago has a fine for if you register your animals after March 31st or 1st. No, we don't.
You sure?
Yeah, we do.
We don't have a late
Any
fine.
of our ordinances are up to $2,500 a day when you don't follow the ordinance. It can be, it's at the discretion of
The
the judge, or the code.
Actually, he can actually write
Yeah.
a ticket all the way up to $2,500
Yeah, per day.
per day.
Per
Okay,
day.
so I'm pretty sure you have the list of the registered dogs so far for this year.
It's all in the computer. We
About
give it to
12.
them once in a while. We'll
I know
give-
my dog's registered.
That's just ones that register and
Yeah.
a lot. There's
There again,
probably-
it's a difficult situation. I get it. And we're not gonna go knocking on doors during the day when people are at work listening for a dog. And if you hear a dog barking, oh, we're gonna send them a sign. I know we can't do that.
No,
If the
but
dog gets out of the yard and animal control picks it up, then is when we take advantage of, hey, we noticed you're not registered. You better get up here because we could fine you up to $2,500. It's just a blanket. I mean, it can be $10, but it could be up to 2,500.
I could check, but I know at the beginning or before the beginning of the year, we did send out for business
Business
license.
license, yeah.
And I believe we also did something maybe about renters. I'm not positive on that, but we do furnish a list to the building department because they're the ones that follow up on that. Same thing with animals and all that kind of stuff. So,
You send something to residents about registering their dogs?
but I don't think we do on the dogs, but I'm thinking that's something we should do. I'm just saying we've
Oh,
done
yeah.
that for business license and things.
well, when
Yeah.
you do that one call, when they send that out for things like trash being a day late, we could send out a one call saying, please make sure you're
Alert.
registering your dog, just letting them know at least, especially if you have new residents and things like that. Because it's always better to know. I'm glad nobody complained about the 40 dogs, but I sure would have if it was my neighbor.
They kept them quiet.
Adrian, you got that digital sign, you could have it on that sign saying, so you don't have to mail out or nothing.
I mean, it doesn't have to mail it out. It's a text message. That text message, the
Everybody
alert.
doesn't get the text message, Erica,
What digital sign?
the one that's been sitting there contained.
Come on, you're not bringing that up again, are you? It's only been 8 years.
Just get another one.
Yes, Jason Pedrosa, Councilman Pedrosa.
I did forget, this is for Adrian. I did forget something, but it was actually something good. I went, Dwayne, the street department. I got 5, it was like a week and a half. I thought somebody was giving my numbers out there and I was getting pumped. But there was like 5 complaints in a row and I called Dwayne and he is really fast at getting this stuff done. I just want to let you know that he's wonderful at it. And it's these people call me right back and thank me. And I'm like, wow, already? That was, I worked for the highway department and for years and we tried to do.
We know you guys were slow.
We got the best department heads in the region.
Yeah.
Here, next stage.
Yeah. So, I know we went off on a little bit of a tangent today because, things need to be addressed and, is this the proper, place to do it? I don't know. We allow people to come up here and yell about everything under the sun. I don't know. If I'm told that I need to go out there and speak to an empty seat, I guess I can do that, but I don't feel that it should be that way. When I bring things to certain people's attention, Adrian, Jim, Chief Jim, Chuck, I mean, they're pretty good at responding, but I've been instructed by the mayor not to bother other people that work for me, that I pay taxes to pay their salaries. I approve their raises as a councilman. I mean, it just seems funny to me. The rest of you can call, but I can't because I send too many pictures about violations. So those type of things to me just chat my, what? So I have to go to Kelly or Carlos or somebody to have them call. So the reason that we bring things up in a meeting sometimes is because we've been yelled at and threatened, like Jimmy says. I mean, Chief, they put up with the crazies all day long and these calls that you guys get for Dwayne from, things, you and Carlos, Jason, I guess they'd give up on me because I don't get a lot of calls anymore. I get calls, people see me at the store, they start yelling. I got attacked in Strax the other day about that property on 36, Chief, where the mini bike track and all that crap over there, they don't even own it because they had a letter. We said it's okay to do whatever you want there. Dina went and tagged, or one of your officers went and tagged some vehicles and a couple of them disappeared. But now there's 3 or 4 more back there, plus one with a tag still on it. So the neighbors are tired of it, but I tell them, come to a council meeting, call the mayor's office, send the mayor an email. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm bringing it to the attention of people, and that's all I can say. So I'm open for adjournment.
So
Adjourn.
Let's
Thank
get out of here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you 3 for coming, and you 2. I know we caught you off guard because it's not department head night. So
You just need to sign.
Turn this off. I think we're still live.
Sign.
don't worry about him.
He's already pissed
Let
about
me
it.
make sure.
Yeah, cut it off when we start talking.